With the new release of the MetaQuest 3, I figured it'd only be proper to make a video comparing the MetaQuest 2 and MetaQuest 3, so let's get straight into it. I'm not sure if it's completely obvious, but the MetaQuest 3 is an improvement on the MetaQuest 2 in every single way. So for every part of this comparison, I'll give you the details for the MetaQuest 2 and then the MetaQuest 3. So starting off, we have the price. MetaQuest 2 comes at $299 for the 128GB and $429 for the 256GB. MetaQuest 3 is at $499 for the 128GB and $649 for the 512GB. MetaQuest 3 also features a Generation 2 of the Qualcomm Snapdragon XR2 chip. RAM is also better in the MetaQuest 3 at 8GB compared to the MetaQuest 2's 6GB. Not to mention that the more RAM you have, the better quality your games will show and the less frame drops you'll have. One very important thing is that the MetaQuest 3 has pancake lenses compared to the MetaQuest 2's concave lenses, which allow it to be a much more natural feel when you're looking into it. And while we're on the topic of that, the resolution per eye. MetaQuest 2 comes at 1832 by 1920 per eye, while the MetaQuest 3 comes at a much better 2064 by 2208 pixels per eye. So not only is the color better, but we can see much more clearly in-game and everything around us when we're using AR. Or artificial reality. Battery life for the Quest 3 comes at a maximum of about 3 hours, and the MetaQuest 2 is between 2 and 3 hours as well. MetaQuest 3 is noticeably smaller than the MetaQuest 2, although maybe you can't really tell that based on all the accessories that I have for the Quest 2, but I'll get into those in a minute. And the last but one of the most notable features of the specs are the mixed reality pass-through. So the MetaQuest 2 only features limited black and white pass-through, while the MetaQuest 3 features full color pass-through, which makes things a lot better. Not to mention that pass-through is much more clear than it was on the MetaQuest 2. But I think that's it for this video. If you guys like the MetaQuest 2, you like the MetaQuest 3, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out the channel a ton. Thanks for watching.